This story comes to us from CNN.com. A grand jury has indicted a New Jersey police officer on manslaughter charges more than a year after authorities say he fatally shot a homeowner who called 911 to report two burglars. Well, that's his first mistake, calling 911. Now, Mantua Township police officer Salvatore Aldradi shot 49-year-old Charles Sharp III several times in his Mantua Township front yard, killing him in the early hours of September 14th, 2021 in New Jersey. Sharp had called 911 about the two burglars behind his home, one of whom he reported having a handgun, according to the Attorney General's office. A dispatcher shared the information about the armed burglar with responding officers at the time, and the grand jury has voted to indict Aldradi. Now, Attorney General Matthew Plotkin said in a news release, Sharp's life was cut short seconds after Aldradi arrived at the scene while he was still on the phone with a police dispatcher. He's still talking on the phone and he shoots the guy.
Warning. Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Where at?
Right there.
Where?
Right there. Put the gun.
68 helmet.
County shots fired.
I got him.
Put your arms out. Don't reach. Don't reach.
Where's our head right there?
The county notified Cooper, male shot, point a handgun.
Attorney General's office previously released copies of Sharp's call to 911 and the body camera footage from Aldradi, which shows the shooting incident. Now, seconds after the shooting, Aldradi is heard saying in the body cam, "I don't know, the guy came up, pointed a gun," when he was asked what happened. A replica .45 caliber gun was found near Sharp after the shooting, according to the Attorney General's news release. The officer has been suspended, according to Mantua Township. No kidding. The statement reads, the township will continue to cooperate with the process as Officer Aldradi defends against these charges. Pending resolution of the charges, Officer Aldradi is on administrative suspension pursuant to New Jersey law. I think that's every state does that, where if there's a police shooting, they're on suspension pending the shoot team look into the shooting. But here they say Aldradi arrived outside Sharp's home shortly after another officer, Corporal Robert Layton. As Aldradi got out of his police car, Layton yelled, "He's got a handgun on him right there," according to the news release. That's when Aldradi fired his gun multiple times, hitting Sharp with several rounds. Layton did not fire his gun. As for the gun replica that authorities say was found near Sharp after the shooting, the Attorney General's news release does not say whose it was or whether Sharp had been in possession of it. Officers and emergency medical personnel gave Sharp aid, but he later succumbed at a hospital. Attorney General Plotkin said when residents call 911 for service, they are concerned, they need assistance, they seek protection, and they trust officers responding to their calls will respond accordingly and help them. Yeah. Tragically, that did not happen here. It hasn't happened in a lot of those cases. Texas, I forget what city, but the neighbor calls, says there's an open door. Is the lady okay? The cop goes prowling, literally prowling in the backyard. She looks out the window with a gun to see what's going on because her nephew is there with her. And the cop shoots through the window because she's got a gun. He was charged also with homicide. That was in Texas. But that's my point, is when you call 911 or you call the police, best thing to do is go sit on the couch with your hands out and say, "Hi, I called you guys." Other than that, you're in trouble. The New Jersey's Office of Public Integrity and Accountability investigated the case and presented information to the grand jury. Thomas J. Eicher, the office's executive director for the Office of Public Integrity and Accountability, said less than 5 seconds elapsed between when Officer Aldrade stepped out of his police vehicle and when he began firing at Mr. Sharp. Wow. He was ready, wasn't he? That cop was ready to go. Eicher said Officer Aldrade gave no verbal commands or warnings before shooting Mr. Sharp. The grand jury determined that his conduct was not justified and warranted the return of an indictment for manslaughter. He's facing up to 10 years in prison on the manslaughter charges and convicted. He'll get probably 5, he'll serve 3. If he even goes behind bars, he may just get probation. Who knows? Or they may say it was justified because he was in fear for his life. He had a pucker factor of 10.